Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I knew that was going to happen. Sorry. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. And welcome to today's episode of Wellness Club Q&A accountability sessions. We are here live today taking on questions. Today's March 1st, so it's time to get it together if we haven't gotten it together already. And also, I'm here to hold us accountable for our wellness journey for 2026 and beyond. So if you're someone that's ready to lose weight naturally, someone that's tired of being stuck, if you're someone that is just tired of starting Monday over and over again like Groundhog Day, I am here to help with our weight loss journey, our wellness journey, getting back to our health, fitness, and wealth journey. So without further ado, we're talking about some things today that are going to help us, get on track. And for those that don't know, I am Sade. You can call me Shay. I've lost over 60 pounds naturally, and that's thanks to accountability, um, meal preparation, and being consistent in the kitchen, even more importantly than the gym. So we're going to be just talking, and I'm going to be answering your questions live on ways that you can stick to your goals, how we can keep going, and how to get through the hard times too, where it's hard to go to the gym every day. It's hard to eat right every day. And I'm here to be like, I was there, I understand, and it'll be okay. Okay. Having to push through grief, having to push through being a wife, being, an entrepreneur, still working on myself every day. And I'm here to let us know that it's okay to take a break. It's okay to take a breather and recalibrate. Okay. We are on month 3 of the year already. It was just January. It was just my birthday. I still have my balloon blown up, actually. But we're already in March, and we have some goals to accomplish. I don't know about you, but I've made a personal goal to lose 30 pounds by the summertime. And baby, just an update, it is so hard to lose weight once you gain some. It sucks, okay? So if you're on the same journey, on the same boat, I'm here with you. Okay. Feel free to ask any questions. For those that don't know, this is Wellness Club. I run this accountability sessions every Sunday evening. Just, for a short period of time where we just hold each other accountable, and we'd be like, hey, we're going to cook certain things. I'm all about getting back into the kitchen. Kitchen is the most important thing of this wellness journey. If you don't know what you're eating, if you don't know what's going in your body, if you don't have control what goes in your mouth, then that is where we start right there. Cooking, the grocery store, and knowing where we're about to eat for the week. Planning and not having to worry about what we're going to eat for the day is such a good psychological way of, okay, I don't have to worry about this. I know what I'm eating for lunch. I'm eating my wrap, I'm eating my chicken, I'm eating my chicken breast, I'm eating my turkey meatloaf, and I make a really good one, and everything in between. So when it comes to really getting to why did I gain so much weight? Why did I lose control over my scale or over my eating habits or over my emotions? This is a great safe place to just, get to the bottom of things too, because this isn't just for eating right. This isn't just for working out. This is for also the psychological part of things too. Why do we emotionally eat all the time? What is the root of our emotional eating? What is the root of us being so addicted to sugar? Because a lot of us, most of us are. And I think it's an addiction that a lot of us don't talk about. Thank you guys for liking the live. Continue to like the live. Share this to a friend or enemy too, because they can get this work. And let's get into it, okay? For those who don't know, I am Shay Cuts on all social media. Sade is my real name. Y'all my wellness warriors, so y'all can know my government name, okay? And you guys can call me Shay for short. So today we are talking about a question I've been getting lately. Why do I always start strong and then disappear? I can relate to this question all too well because I've had so many times. For those that don't know, I didn't only unbig my own back once. I've done it multiple times, okay? When I first lost weight, I eventually stopped, even getting on the scale, but I've lost over 60 pounds naturally, getting to that 70 mark once I reach my ultimate goal. And I'm not trying to get skinny. Thank you for the rose. I appreciate it. And I'm not trying to get skinny as people say. I want to get toned and I want to get healthy. I want to be able to have my kids and then be able to enjoy them, run after them, and stuff like that. So I'm planning ahead. And a lot of us need a plan for our future too. I see it all so much. I appreciate the love. Continue to like and enjoy and share this to a friend. Share this on Twitter, X if you want to. It's free to share the good information. Shay's Wellness Club is really cool for accountability. Some really good recipes once a month. This month, I'm going to make sure we're going to do a food demonstration for our wellness warriors and all that good jazz. So, why do I always start strong and then disappear? So there's a few reasons why I came to the conclusion myself, and maybe someone else can relate to these as well. And let me know in the comments if you felt these times too. Times where I start super strong, like it's the beginning of the month. We got our to-do list together. We have our weight loss goals. If you haven't already, this is your accountability session. So we could get a piece of paper, write it down, put it in your notes on your phone, set your reminders, okay? Thank you for the love. What we're going to do, we're going to make sure we know our measurements. We're going to know where we're starting. A lot of us avoid the scale. It's time to stop avoiding it. We got to face it head on. Me too. I'll gain a little weight since last year, and it's time to get back on track. So what we're going to do, we're going to make sure we are weighing ourselves. We're going to find our calorie deficit number because that's where our weight loss, our wellness journey really is important to become acquainted with our caloric deficit, okay? But depending on our weight, our activity level at the gym or at home, and stuff like that. We got to stay within a certain calorie deficit. So that has helped me as well. I am someone that I've lost weight with the calorie deficit, eating once or twice a day. I've lost weight eating 5 times a day. That's how I know specifically it's all about the food. It's all about the food. The emotional is about the food. Psychological is about the food. You know, why we get so stressed out, why we get so snappy, all comes down to what we're eating every day. I got to get back on track too. I know that those soul pharmacists, yes, it is time to get back on track, and I'm here to help. Okay, so I would say to answer the question, why do I always start strong, then disappear? One, I've definitely experienced self-sabotage. Okay, I had, sometimes I get in my moments, or say a sad moment comes along or something, and I'll be like, well, you can have some ice cream, you can have some chocolate and make you feel better. You could have a donut. You've had a bad day, you could have that. It's a treat. You don't have it all the time. But I don't know about you guys, but we have to identify our triggers on what makes us, go from a cheat day to a cheat week to a cheat month. Okay. Me, I can't go over the edge. I can't have a donut and treats all the time because then it becomes a habit. So in a way, I use me thinking, me eating a donut, me eating my Reese's because I love milk chocolate. That's another thing too. Identifying what is it that makes us indulge more than we should. Me, that's chocolate, right? So I'd be like, in an emotional state, I sabotage myself. I'm like, oh, I can have it. It's gonna make you feel better. But then let's be honest. When we have our ice cream, when we have that cookie, we have that thing that we think is gonna make us feel better, it really doesn't. Or at least in my case. Comment below if that's you too. Sometimes you have the ice cream and stuff, but you've been doing so good last week. You've been doing good, saying no to sugar and all this, and then as soon as you have it, bang! I don't even feel better. It makes you feel better for 10, 15 minutes, and then you're back to. And then that's that self sabotage the other day. Oh, well, you had it yesterday. You could have it today, and then you just gonna have 2 days. And then you're gonna think to yourself, well, I'm the only one to really know that I had some cookies. So if I have another piece of cake at lunch, it's not that big of a deal. No, that is myself self sabotaging myself. Cheat day turned into a cheat month, me with chick file unless I eat the kale salad. Exactly. You don't want a cheat day to turn to a cheat month. And that's something that I learned early on in my wellness journey as well. I was doing a cheat day every weekend. But then that cheat day, if I do a cheat day every weekend, I can possibly mess up the progress that I've been doing all week. Because you know how a cheat day go. Sometimes it don't be just a little something, a little treat. Sometimes it be like half a cake. It'd be 4 things and muffins you buy for the house, even though you're supposed to only have one. You know what I mean? So just identifying and understanding, hey, I'm not gonna let my self sabotage mess me up. Okay. And also, another thing would be fear of failure. We all have a fear of failing. Fear is a common emotion that we have. Okay. And pushing through fear is such a relieving experience because you'd be surprised once you pass that fear. I don't know about who's listening, but I suffer from anxiety as well. Pushing through that is a superpower. And honestly, once you get through that and develop that superpower of getting over fear, getting over anxiety, it can really push you to success. Okay. Um, I was like about uh so fear of failure can really help with that. So like even having fear with not just food, but fear of, oh, I can't do that workout, it looks too hard. Oh, I'm not gonna do that because that's their body, not my body. It's not gonna work for me. Oh, I've tried that diet, that's not gonna work for me. Stuff like that. Stop being fear of failure. Okay, at least you tried. And one thing about fitness and the one thing about wellness and when it comes to eating right, you can't really fail at it. You just have to find something that works for you, something that you enjoy and like. Because over this journey, and I've been in this true weight loss journey between 5 to 7 years or so. You know, weight fluctuates up and down, happy weight, all that good stuff. And what I realize is when I realize finding something that I love when it comes to like some like a healthy snack, a meal that I love to eat, or even a healthy treat, a healthy sweet, stuff like that. It helps so much in this journey. Do you wait? Let me go back to the comment. I need to say goodbye, girl, but I hope only the best is going to happen to you. Big love. Thank you so much, Charleston Malian. Please forgive me if I said your name wrong. I appreciate you. Um, do you stop eating at a certain time of night? That is a great question. I definitely have to cut myself off of eating after a certain time of night. A lot of us don't realize that after a certain time of night, like say what, 9 p.m. or so, we start to Well, first, it's not the best to sleep right after we eat a big meal, especially, but eating late at night, we can develop cortisol issues, right? Which adds to stomach fat, adds to stress. So I try my best to cut myself off after. Now, if you want to be off high speed, it is amazing if you can cut yourself eating after 8 p.m. That is my goal. And I always suggest to my wellness warriors, even if you have to set yourself an alarm, I have an alarm that sets, do not eat after this time. So even if I do have something, it's a very light snack or a healthy snack like some nuts or some almonds or something like that. I try not to eat full meals late. That's something I'm definitely working on and stuff like that. But yes, it is really good and ideal to cut off eating, especially big meals after 8, especially after 9, stuff like that. Yes, goals. That's the goal. So, since it's the first of the month, we're gonna set some stuff. We're gonna get some stuff together because sometimes it takes us, just a little reset to put you back on track. There's been multiple times where I have gained weight, lost it back, gained 30, lost 30. So you're gonna be on this next level of journey with me where I plan to. Time is going by fast, so just getting a consistent routine is where all the benefits will lie. So, you can't just go to the gym one week, skip a week, go one week, skip a month. It's a consistent thing. So we have to start with a consistent, I'm gonna go just 2 days a week. I'm gonna just go 3 days a week. I always suggest at least 3 days a week at the gym or 3 or 4 days at home because then your body's gonna get used to the workouts. It's going to get used to you staying active. What I love about the gym opposed to working out at home is really good, but a lot of us are lazy. A lot of us are can get easily distracted. So me, I get easily distracted. I do have workout equipment at home though, in case it storms, rains, have a snowstorm or anything. But working out at the gym just pushes the consistency. Like, wait a minute, I want my body like that over there. I want, and there's always someone you aspire to be or someone that you're like, I'm not getting that. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to get that bad. But everyone at the gym is working on themselves. So there's no reason to hate. There's no reason to be like, everybody's looking at me. Because I have suffered from anxiety at first going to the gym. Oh, they're looking at me. We're not scared about going to the gym. We're scared of seeing people seeing us try. And after we realize we're all trying, okay? There's levels to this stuff. People that you see think they doing everything right, they started where you are. Day 1, week 1, year 1, okay? I'm years into going to the gym and I'm still learning, And that's what I like about health and wellness because it's all for everything. You're learning something every day. A new vegetable, a new fruit, a new workout, a new exercise, a new class to learn, a new sport you could try, anything to make it fun as well. I'm thinking about going straight from work so I don't get distracted at home. I think that's an amazing idea. That's what I when I used to work for a warehouse, and I got a supervisor role, and it got super hectic. So me working out at home after the gym after work, no, I couldn't do it. So I had to go straight from work. And I'd be tired. I do 10-hour days, 12-hour days. But I'm like, okay, it's another hour and a half. And at least by the time you get home, all you have to do is eat one more time, take your shower, go to bed, and then do it all again the next day. But developing a routine like that, it makes your wellness journey so much easier. So let me tell you guys how my consistency journey started. I would meal prep. That was the biggest and the best decision I ever made. Meal prepping at home on a Sunday, whatever day that works for you, take a good 2 to 3 hours. It's time consuming, but unless you want to um, invest in a meal service. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for the love. I got a flowers. Thank you. But thanks so much. But what I would do is I would meal prep for 3 days, not 3 days, for 5 days, 15 meals. But I had a great fridge. So you can either split it up and do it twice a week. You could do different you can make large portions of like 2 meats, 3 sides. This is for my wellness warriors watching, okay? If you're like, how do I meal prep? Bake, don't fry. Consider taking out pork if you haven't already. Believe it or not, it's linked to a lot of stuff like we all know, but it helps with brain fog when you take away pork, and also adding water. Okay, something I don't do no fancy water subscription. I don't do a bunch of water bottles because I was going through water bottles so much. I just rather get um a bottle. I refuse a reusable bottle, BPA free. And I just switch this out and get a new one maybe every 6 months or so. But this is a full gallon. Inbox me if you want a link to these. This is a 1 gallon. I started off with a half gallon, you know, because I have a Stanley cup, but I drink a gallon of water a day. So I would be filling my Stanley cup up so much that it'd be annoying. And I'd be like, oh, I'm out and about and I can't fill my cup up. And okay. What having your water already available does for you is it's always near you. You're never thirsty. And also drinking water when you're hungry helps with overeating. Okay. What I always tell my wellness warriors, um, when we're meal prepping, because I had to get used to the smaller portions. Portion sizing is a big, big part of staying within your calorie deficit because a lot of us, especially as Black women and men, we have too big of portions. All of us, really, right? So meal prepping is really good for minimizing those portions, and water helps us stay full or at least trick our bodies into being full. So what I would do is eat my breakfast, 2 hard-boiled eggs, a piece of fruit. Bam. It'd be two boiled eggs and like a banana or avocado or just a piece of fruit or vegetable. Bam. I would drink my water before I eat anything. So water, actually I would drink my water first, eat my breakfast, drink a little water after, right? Then I would, bam, snack. Wait. Yeah, breakfast snack. My snack would be a bowl of fruit. I eat pieces of my fruit or whatever. It's good to have fruit early in the morning. So when you get that sugar spike, by the time you go to bed, you'll be able to burn the sugar off. Natural sugar is going to always be better than artificial. Okay. But anyways, bam, we just had our our snack. We already ate twice and drank water. We're full. Lunch come. You're barely even hungry, really. Unless, I was on my feet a lot, so I burned a lot of, calories and burned up through food. So then I would a lunch would be baked chicken breast, baked chicken wings, turkey meatloaf, chicken meatloaf, turkey meatballs. I would have I was a big bread person, so I took bread away and I would do lettuce wraps. Lettuce wraps, when I tell you in this wellness journey, you're gonna get creative and you're gonna be like, wow, I didn't expect a lettuce wrap to be good. Man, you eat that lettuce wrap, make 2 of them because you gotta feel a little full. 2 nice lettuce wraps with some turkey meat, some turkey or chicken breast or anything. Drink your water before you eat. Bam. You just ate 3 meals, mindful meals, and you actually haven't been hungry all day, have you? Because you already ate 3 times. Okay. And I lost my first 50 pounds. I did it by eating 5 times a day. So then I'd go home. Well, actually, after lunch, I would have one more snack, which is a piece of fruit or a vegetable. Having fruit and vegetable throughout the day helps you become regular. The more we go to the bathroom, so then it helps us go to the bathroom. The more we go to the bathroom, that means our system is working. That means the fruit and vegetables is working. That means we're getting the detox in our body and stuff. So then, by the time you go home, all you have to do is eat dinner. By the time you eat dinner, you're like, oh, I've been eating all day. I don't, you get tired of eating. When it's 5 times a day, 2 of those being small snacks. Snacks are just small meals you can have. Bam. You get home, you have dinner, you drink. By the time you get home, you should be at has different times on here, and gives a little motivation. So like by the time you get home, 5-7 o'clock, you almost done drinking your water. And yes, I drink one of these every day. Rule of thumb is half your body weight in ounces when it comes to water. Water has replaced soda. Water has replaced juice for me. I didn't even realize how much I was drinking my calories. Orange juice, apple juice, what's it called? Pineapple juice, all that stuff, Sunny D, all that stuff. That it can take a lot of calories, a lot of sugar. Okay, so taking those out, yes. The Soul Pharmacist, yes, soda. I didn't realize how much I was drinking my calories. So once I replaced that with water, and what I do sometimes too, I drink green tea. Green tea is a natural fat burner, and it's really good for boosting your immune system. I realized in this journey, I barely get sick. Barely. The only time I get sick is if I go to the gym and I leave out when it's cold and I don't cover up. Or if I take a shower and I leave right out the house without having proper time for my pores to close and stuff. Other than that, I do not get sick. I can have people sick around me and I don't catch it that fast thanks to what I'm eating. The medicine, the medicine, our pharmacy is in the kitchen. Okay, so shoot. So how do you get through this water all day? Sometimes this big old cup of tea I have green tea in here. I just use the water I use in here, put in there. Bam, you drinking all your water. Ooh, that's good. And green tea tastes good to me. I don't know. When you're in this journey, you're gonna start liking stuff you'd never expect to like. I didn't think I liked asparagus. Asparagus is really good. I love watermelon now more than ever. I just love all fruits and vegetables. You couldn't pay me when I was younger to like avocado. Okay? I love avocado now. So it's all about finding things that you love, finding things that you like, and sticking to it. Your body loves boring. Your body loves consistency. If you eat an apple every day because it's your favorite fruit, eat that apple every day. Me too. I discovered papaya. Me too. I discovered papaya. Okay. I didn't even realize how good and hydrating it is. What's another one? Um, Kiwi. Okay. Not only is kiwi like really good for fat burning, the seeds are very good for us. I didn't realize that like fruit that have seeds in it, or all fruit has seeds, but seeds such as that being kiwi and stuff like that are so good for us, and it's great for our skin. When I realized milk chocolate was breaking me out, I felt attacked. Okay, I'm like, how does chocolate break you out? Excessive dairy. Okay, you know, I didn't realize milk chocolate broke me out when I ate too much of it. Um, Sour cream. If I ate a lot of sour cream, it would break me out. Um, I don't eat whole milk. I don't drink whole milk anymore. I drink almond milk. Tastes just as good, honestly. I want to learn how to make my own almond milk, but that's another day. Cucumber, yes, I love cucumber. Cucumber is so good for the skin. It's great for hydration. It's it's good for the skin too. Even all kinds of ways. Like eating it, you can't go wrong when you eat it because when you eat your skincare, and that's part of skincare, it's even better. But also, like a trick with a cucumber, someone told me if you cut it in an angle, and then like freeze it, and then take it out in the morning. Like say if you're doing your skincare routine, you just like if you put ice on your skin, putting rubbing cucumber on your skin is really good, and it's so soothing. It's like going to a spa. But anyways, yes, cucumber is really good. Okay, you get creative with this stuff. Also, sometimes we have a fear of actually succeeding. Like sometimes you're like, wait a minute. That's part of the sabotage too. Wait a minute. I'm eating right. I feel great. Why am I all of a sudden getting all these opportunities? Why am I getting a promotion? Like, when I tell you fear of succeeding is a real thing, benefits of me losing weight naturally, and when I tell you, even today, it just gives me goosebumps because literally life has gotten just, if I didn't lose the weight, I don't know where my life would be. Okay. I used to be the party girl. I used to drink a lot, stuff like that. I used to hang out with not the wrong people because I've always hung out with solid people. But when you're around people that just likes to keep you where you are, keep you with your old habits, stuff like that. So losing weight naturally, it changes your life for the better. I don't know anyone that's lost the weight they wanted and didn't feel great, that didn't have a better energy, that didn't elevate after, that I've found my love in my life. I found God. Just learning to love myself, confidence and stuff. And I want everyone that's watching this to get more acquainted because this is part of a self journey as well. For our men too. Yes, y'all men too. Okay, that's not a girl's thing to care about our health and wellness. It's a man's thing. It is a human thing. Okay, it's not even a black and white thing. It is a human thing. Eating more good food than bad. Okay, you can have fried stuff once in a while, but if it's every week type of thing, and then you're wondering why you feel bad, why you're cranky all the time, why people don't want to be around you, why you're breaking out all of a sudden, why, you're just not the most pleasant to be around. Hey, depending on what you eat, you're not even the most pleasant to be smelling around, okay? Because what we eat is linked to how we smell as well, okay? And a lot of women need to know that, okay? Eating right is a woman's care too, okay? Drinking sodas all day, eating fried foods all the time, heavy starchy bread, loaded potatoes, nothing but bacon on them, baby, it will change your life just to take out certain things that are causing us to not flourish. Okay. Losing motivation when life gets busy. Life will always get busy. Okay. We can't be too busy to worry about our health and wellness because life is going to keep going. A year's going to happen from today, whether we take care of our body or not. And trust me, I've seen it. You thinking you have time to get to the gym, you have time to worry about cooking, you have time. I don't care how busy we are. And kids and having a spouse and all that, we have to take care of ourselves first. Because how can we be the best for others? How can we spread our goodness, our great energy, our wisdom to others if we aren't taking care of ourselves. And it's a psychological thing too. The gym, I tell people all the time, going through grief, going through doubt, going through, spiritual battle in your head. Going to the gym is, I don't want to say it's better than therapy, but you could go to the gym and think about stuff, your goals, your dreams, your to-do lists, what you want to do in life. Or you could just talk to a person that you have to pay per hour, which ain't nothing wrong with that, because I've used a therapist and they're really needed. I think everyone needs a therapist a few times in their life. But going to the gym is going to give you the type of mental stability that sometimes a psychiatrist can't do. You know what I mean? Writing things out, stuff like that. Listening to the stuff we listen to, motivation. What's the word that I heard today? Stoicism, stuff like that. Listening to stuff, mental stability. And, the gym can really do that. Okay, it's hard for you to read a book because it's hard for some people to read a book once a year. How about listen to it at the gym while you're going through a workout, and then bam, you just read a whole 3 books in a year because you put something else on your playlist. That's a great tip that I love to tell people. The psychology of starting over can be crazy. Why it's so important to have discipline over motivation. Okay. We all can, I can not discipline. I can motivate you guys to keep going. You could do it. I did it. You could do it too. But it's going to be you that goes to the gym with you, that goes walking out for that walk every day. It's going to be your intention, your discipline, your self-discipline is going to take you farther, way farther than discipline ever will. Okay. Discipline is going to be good for like days like this, first of the month. Oh, I got it. I'm going to do it. But you got to put in your head, I'm doing this every day. I'm making a choice to do better, be better, 10% better than I ever was yesterday. Okay. Waking up earlier. Picking 3 or 4 workouts to do that day. You don't have to do no 5, 10, 15 workouts in one day. Pick 3 or 4 muscle groups, 3 or 4 workouts, get it in. Okay. If you got to, pull up YouTube, pull up, I like to go to Instagram for like form, because, working on your form is important too. But just getting your discipline in order. Because when you work on your discipline, you're going to look back and be like, wow, I just lost that weight and I wasn't even trying. I just was doing what I was supposed to be doing every day. I was like meal prepping. I was so used to eating like that even my coworkers, I would come because I don't know about y'all, but eating out at work is expensive. Okay. $10 turned to $20, then $20 a week turned to $50 a week. And I'm like, man, I could have took that $50, made 5 meals, 6 meals, and I could have been good and had home cooked meals, not even these extra chemicals, from fast food places. So that's what I would do. I would even my coworkers be like, oh, you must have been on because I used to work at a warehouse. So there's like temps and regular people. And some people are like, oh, you must be on a diet, because they see me with a big salad or a bowl of, it could be frozen vegetables. It really don't matter. As long as you make a choice to eat some vegetables, okay? Frozen is still vegetables. She's like, no, she on the diet. She eat like that all the time, because my coworkers were so used to me eating like that. I even stopped saying diet. This is a lifestyle. And once we remember, this is a lifestyle thing. This is a forever thing. This is something that my mom can learn from, my kids can learn from, my grandmother can learn from. That it's a lifestyle thing. It's not even a diet anymore. And that's what makes it amazing. Okay. Then when then time just flying. So if you just every day mindfully, okay, today I'm gonna have this for breakfast, this for lunch, this for dinner, bam. This for lunch, this for lunch, this for dinner, bam. Do that 1 week, turn into 2 weeks, 2 weeks turn into a month, then 1 month turn into 6 weeks. Then you got 90 days. Once you hit them 90 days, you're gonna see results in some kind of way. Either you're gonna be a little loose in the jeans, you're gonna, your skin's gonna clear up, maybe, you're gonna have more energy, you're gonna get a little stronger if you go to the gym. I've never thought about lifting weights at the gym. And ladies, it's time for us to start lifting weights because we are strong, okay? We are strong. And we have the capabilities to be strong because you just never know when you might have to pull your weight up to do something. I remember one time where what made me want to start weight training, I had my mom had fallen on the floor. And when I tried to pick her up, it was hard, and she didn't weigh more than what, maybe 120, maybe 130 at the time. And I was so disappointed in myself because I was really struggling trying to get her up. And from that day forward, I said, no, I'm not fin to be, my mom needed me and I can't be there for her, just like caretakers, stuff like that. If you have a demanding job where you need to like lift 30 pounds, 30, 40 pounds, we should be able to do that. And whatever motivation or whatever, even for babies, babies are getting heavy and big, okay? Or just whatever that motivates you to like lift some weights, do that. Even just seeing my mom struggle with groceries at 60, when I've seen people that have been consistent at the gym at 60, being able to do that with no problem. So it's not just a right now thing. This is a, how do I want to live my life in the next 20, 30 years? Do I want my kids to constantly help me at the grocery store, or am I going to be able to make it happen and be self-sufficient? It's all about that. So this is another question I got as well. How do I glow up without losing myself? A lot of women over 30, because I'm over 30, have been asking that. And there's a way to become fit and feminine and all that stuff. See, my alarm just went off. I can't eat no more. Anyways, so I could become fit without being obsessed. Now, there's going to be a moment like, I got to go every day. I don't see the scale moving. Why don't I see progress yet? This stuff and this stuff. And you really have to learn to calm yourself down and just enjoy the journey. It's really a journey. Okay. You're gonna find out stuff about yourself you never even realized you're good at, that you have persevered, that you learn how to be more calm about stuff. You learn how to be in control of your emotions. That's something that, like, I listen to like affirmations and stuff like that. And I something about me, because I'm a Capricorn, so I'm a little emotional sometimes. And I had to learn I am in control of my emotions. I do not let my emotions consume me, right? So like the littlest things, how sometimes the littlest thing can mess up your day. I was like that. So the gym really helped me with that. Like, oh, someone just cut me off in line, or oh, this happened, or man, I just stubbed my toe. Just stuff that like will make you want to explode sometimes. The gym really helps you like, let me just keep moving. Let me just, okay. Because someone like me, I used to smoke and stuff like that to calm myself down. I no longer smoke because going to the gym and smoking for me just wasn't working. Either I was being lazy. If I smoked before the gym, I didn't like doing that at all. Or I would rush to my workouts just to get home so I could smoke, stuff like that. So I just learned what works and what didn't work for me. There was no point in me drinking anymore, because drinking, like alcohol, even wine, it stumps your progress, because it takes a lot, one, for liquor to get out your system. It takes about 48 hours, if I'm not mistaken. And then it's harder for your muscles and your fat to burn. Alcohol messes up or slows down the fat burning process. So that's why some people be like, I don't eat that much, but if you go out all the time, you drinking and stuff, you can definitely gain weight that way as well. And when I stopped, I don't drink anymore at all. But the first time I went a year without drinking, or even when I went my first 3 months without drinking, baby, I'm like, so that wine had me looking like that. Anyways, um, but can I become fit without becoming obsessive? You can definitely become, you know, uh, without being obsessive over it. Just take it day by day. I'm gonna make it happen. I even put in my head in the morning, I weigh this amount. So like I say my goal weight out loud all the time. I say I'm strong. I say I see my muscles forming every day. I see my, waist getting smaller, stuff like that. You gotta say stuff out loud to speak it to existence. And then when you go to the gym, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure that works. I'm gonna make sure that what I say is what's gonna happen. Can I be feminine and strong? That's another one because some people come to me and say, I don't want to look like a man, but I want to tone up. Well, we're not gonna look like a man because we're just too cute. Okay, at least even bodybuilders don't look like women. Bodybuilders don't look like men, but we're not. Most of us are not trying to be bodybuilders. We're just trying to tone. And when I tell you, when you add weight training to cardio and not just cardio, that's how you're going to tone up, and everywhere at once, pretty much, because when I start seeing my arms get not muscular, but starting to tone, I was like, wow, this look good. Okay, I don't look like a man. And plus, that's how you get from the flab. Muscle has to fill some of that skin up. So it's really helpful to, incorporate weights within your wellness journey. And yes, you could definitely be feminine, because what I like to do, you don't have to dress up at the gym, because some days I like to be comfortable. Comfortable is like loose fitting clothes. I don't always have to match and stuff like that, but sometimes being matchy, with the cute 2-piece sets, stuff like that, colorful. I like wearing color at the gym and stuff. That kind of motivates you to look good and want to stay looking good. You're like, oh, I look good today in the mirror. Okay, oh, my butt look good in the mirror today. Okay, I see my little silhouette coming in. Stuff like that. You could definitely be feminine and strong at the same time. Okay, because let me think of a feminine, strong person. Like Tiana Taylor. She is probably a lot of people's body goals. Okay, and she has toned arms, legs, abs, all of that. Okay, and she's very strong. Me, my body goals is Megan Thee Stallion, but that's because she's less toned but more thin. But I want to be toned, so it's like a good healthy mix, but realistic as well, because I'm not tall like that. Can I prioritize myself without guilt? Yes. It is okay to prioritize yourself when it comes to your health and wellness. Be like, sorry, I need to make sure I get an hour of workout in today. Sorry. Oh, I'll go to brunch, but I'm going to the gym first. Okay? Working out is a non-negotiable for us, okay? I'm not saying for y'all, for us. Eating right is for us. We can go to brunch, and I'm gonna have a nice salad. I'm gonna have a nice salmon for dinner or something, or wherever we're going out to eat. I'm gonna pick the healthiest thing on the menu and still be cute, and still be feminine, and still be at my wellness goals. Because someone asked me, do I still go out to eat? Heck yeah. You just got to be mindful when we go out to eat. So I eat sweet potatoes when I go out instead of regular potato. Because some people still get loaded potatoes. If you get a potato, a baked potato, a white potato, get it without the sour cream. Get it without the bacon. Get it without just light butter or to the side. Dressings are so important when it comes to salads. You don't want to drench your stuff with dressing, because that's adding extra almost 150 to 200 calories just by the dressing alone. So I had to stop eating ranch, and I eat Italian or something, vinaigrettes, stuff like that. So, all that is important. You can still go out to eat and be mindful. You can go to Chipotle. When I go to Chipotle, I just don't get sour cream and I don't get all the cheese on everything. So comment below a place that you like to go out to eat, and I'll let you know something healthy on the menu. If I can't find nothing healthy on the menu, I'm probably not going to eat there. Like Popeyes or something. The best thing on the menu is fried, so I try not to eat it. I try not to because what happens when I eat fried food? I'm gonna break out. I'm gonna be cranky. When I eat fried foods, I'll be like, ugh, I just feel weird. But that's, I guess, because I'm used to not eating fried stuff. When I realized when you take a while, stop eating something, when you eat it again, it just don't feel right. Like when I stopped eating pork, eating it again, I was like, I didn't need this. And that's why I don't eat this stuff, Or when I drink alcohol and then you get a hangover, or you just feel weird like hours after, I'd be like, see, that's why I don't drink no more, because this ain't fun. You know what I mean? Or even like smoking and stuff. I'd be like, dang, that used to make me super sleepy. Even the, hybrid or whatever. But even it just made me feel lazy. Like, okay, can I sit down? Type stuff. I couldn't. Well, anyways. But those are some things, you can prioritize yourself without guilt. That's why I love the Glow Up of Wellness Club. And for those that don't know, we do Wellness Club every Sunday evening. So make sure you follow me so you can get notified for when I go live. When we just do this and we be talking about wellness talks, accountability, and sometimes a reset for a lot of us. And okay, this is one more question. This one's good, and I can definitely relate. Okay. How do I lose weight when my partner or family doesn't eat healthy? This is a big one because either if you're the cook, they'll eat whatever you cook. One it helps to know how to cook or learn. Shoot, there's so many recipes you can get from Pinterest, YouTube. I have a meal prep service here in St. Louis. So if people like need help with recipes or just want some dinners delivered to them, I do that. But I also have recipes as well. And being creative and knowing how to season. That's the main thing. If you know how to season like vegetables and stuff like that, knowing how to season meat and baking it, because no one's gonna be like, oh, I want fried, I don't want baked. Not many people gonna say that, especially if you cook it right. Like my husband loves when I bake our meats, when I cook our dinners and stuff like that. He doesn't cook, but I'm the cook of the family. So what we cook is what we eat, okay? But I try to make stuff taste good. So it's like, ooh, can you make that again? Can you make that baked chicken and sweet potato again? Because that was fire. Or tonight, it's late to cook, ain't it? I guess I'm cooking tomorrow. God dang. I'm cooking tomorrow then. Since I said I ain't gonna cook late tonight. Greens, learning how to cook greens, knowing how to cook, leafy vegetables and stuff like that for the family. Learn how to cook beans. That's really good and high in protein. I need to start back cooking my beans. That's something that I had to learn to like, and I like beans now. There's so many different kind of beans. I'm like, oh, it's not just pinto beans. It's Great Northern beans. It's black beans. It's all kinds of beans. But they're tired of cooking 2 meals. Oh yeah. At first I used to cook 2 meals for me and my husband, and I was like, nah. We eating the same thing. And ever since I'm like, duh, we could do that. Same for when I used to cook for my brother and stuff. It's like, you're gonna like what I cook. Okay. And then you get creative. So it's like, okay. And then people start getting used to it. Like even for my grandmother, she's not used to eating salmon. So I start cooking salmon for her and she loves it. She won't eat it unless I cook it, but at least she's used to salmon now. And salmon is so good for brain health, you know, omega 3s, stuff like that. So learning how to cook delicious meals that are healthy. That's why I created STL Green Eats, because I was one, it helped me lose 50 pounds naturally just by the food alone. Helped me. Okay, that's how I know the kitchen is even more important than the gym. The gym is, you can always just go take walks. You can always, learn to play sports, stuff like that. But cooking, you can literally eat all day and lose weight still, you know? Um, what I love about cooking at home and for my family is to, because I made it a point. I cook every holiday, every Christmas, every Thanksgiving, New Year's if I can, birthday stuff I can, stuff like that. And one, people don't cook anymore. It seems like people don't cook anymore. And then the thing is, a lot of us do cook, but we're so used to the old school fried, bacon on everything, high sugary stuff, that we don't really know how to cook like that. And learning how to cook in a healthy way is something that we need to pass down more to our families. Okay, so make sure you guys DM me the word March for your one-on-one strategy session. I am doing strategy sessions this month, and I have about 5 slots available. And we're going to do a one-on-one where we go over anything that you need help with when it comes to weight loss or wellness in general. And we're going to be talking about, you know, meal meal planning if you need to, workouts you can try or do, or even if you're in St. Louis and want to do a bring a buddy package where I come to the gym with you and we work out together and I help you with technique or form. However I can help you, I'm here. Okay, so DM me, inbox me if for accountability sessions and that coaching call. And leading by example is going to be so important, and setting the boundaries without arguments. That's going to be a big part of cooking for your family as well. You're going to be like, you know what? I am trying to not only change for the better for myself, but for the rest of this family. Okay. So let's try baking foods for a while. Let's try them, no bacon. How about turkey bacon, and find a good turkey bacon? Stuff like that. Switch it around, because now you're not only saving yourself from getting you're not only saving ourselves from unbigging our backs, but we're saving for the whole family. Because think about it. How many whole households of families are overweight, you know? And you can't blame every other person. Sometimes you got to blame the cook. If all I'm doing is frying foods all the time, if all I'm doing is adding sugar to stuff, like adding sugar to pasta, adding sugar to rice, adding sugar to sweet potatoes. I had to get on my grandma I had to get on my grandma the other few weeks ago. I'm like, sweet potatoes are already really sweet, and I didn't grow up on eating sweet potatoes. So when people add sugar, especially white sugar, to sweet potatoes, I'd be like, yeah, we have an issue. Some of us are more addicted to sugar than we realize. So it's all about just being mindful of it and nipping it in the bud as much as we can. When it comes to drinking juices, when it comes to drinking sweet teas, like 30 grams of sugar in a tea, that's not real tea. Okay, get stuff in a bag, stuff you could seep, stuff like that. Okay, this is the last one. Okay. Ooh. So someone asked, what do I do about emotional eating? Is this emotional eating, or am I just tired? Emotional eating is a real thing. Okay. That's something I had to make sure I didn't do when my mom passed away. I was like, oh my God, I'm sad. This will make me feel better. especially like when I was younger too, like early 20s, and like I was just, in my moods or something, and I would think that ice cream would help me just feel better all the time. Baby, when I tell you I used to go through some ice cream thinking, man. Anyways, when we realize what our triggers are, it helps better let allow us to stop emotional eating. So if we know that someone made us mad, or someone, made us sad, or even sometimes we're bored and we eat. Sometimes we have to keep our mind off of food. Or if we already know what we're going to eat that day, like, oh, I'm not eating ice cream. I already have some fruit snack, a fruit bowl ready for me when I get off work, or stuff like that is going to be a really great trigger. Um, but also, when we got to think of some stuff we have to ask ourselves, especially us ladies, and I'll be done soon. We got to understand, why are we emotionally eating? What are we stressed about? We got to get down to it. We got to understand, why are we emotionally eating? What is stressing us out? Is it our boss that's bothering us? Is it our coworkers that are sabotaging us? Because we've all been there. Is it our friend that secretly don't like us for real? That stresses us out. Is it our kids? Are we overwhelmed with being a parent? Stuff like that. Identify what is stressing us out. And sometimes when we identify our triggers, it helps us be emotionally aware. So when that feeling of, ooh, I need to just eat this to make me feel better, you kind of nip that in the bud, like, nope, let me drink some water. Because sometimes just by drinking water, it can help us from certain cravings. Okay. Why do I snack after the kids go to bed? Is that our comfort? Is that our way of saying good job? Okay. Sometimes we don't have to snack so late. Sometimes we don't have to eat chips as a snack. Being mindful of our snacks is going to be very important in this wellness journey. Switching out, um, like, say, chips, big on chips. Try veggie chips, and then after we get off of the veggie chips, let's try stuff that makes us like to crunch. A lot of us just like the crunchiness of chips, not necessarily chips. So, okay, let me eat some cucumbers, super low calorie, hydrating and filling, stuff like that. And if you need help with snacks, healthy swaps, inbox me, and I have a list available that I can help you with. How do I crave sugar when overwhelmed? Why are we craving sugar when we get overwhelmed? You know, we got to realize that our stress hormones, deprivations of cycles, and also our lack of sleep. A lot of times, even our lack of sleep can make us overeat. And we have to identify when we need to go to sleep. We need to get it's hard, but at least 6 to 7+ hours of sleep a day. That helps us lower our cortisol levels. It helps decrease stress. And also, we need to actually sleep, get into a deep sleep so we can get through issues and get through emotional things that are going on in our head. Because sometimes we go to sleep. I don't know about you, but something I realized after I stopped smoking was I can remember more dreams now. And sometimes realizing that what I went through in a dream helps me get through psychological issues, if that makes sense. Um, and unmet emotional needs we have to remember. And you know what? It's just sometimes we don't need another grocery list. We need a strategy for our life. So if you're someone that's looking for accountability, tired of starting over every Monday, I am doing a strategy session for my people that are watching this today, and this is going to be the last week of this sale of doing $47, and it will be going up to $97 after the next couple of days. So inbox me now, and I can send you. We can set up a schedule time whenever you're available that we can meet up. Well, we could do it virtually. I mean, we can we could do Zoom or we could do call, and you just let me know I need help and I can help you. Okay. I'm someone that's lost 60 pounds naturally, unbig my back multiple times from stress, from grief, from all kinds of stuff. So I am here to help you and hold you accountable as well, because I'm gonna do some follow-up sessions as well after our coaching call. So thank you guys for watching today, and I hope to see you next Sunday for Shay's Wellness Club Q&A, where we talk about wellness and weight loss and everything in between. Okay, have a great Sunday, have a great week, make someone smile this week, and to remember, I control my emotions, I don't let them control me. Okay, put God first, and I love you guys. See you on the next one, and inbox me the word March for that wellness session. Okay, have a great day. Bye. Oh. uh Thank you guys for joining me today. Make sure you DM me the word March so we can have our one-on-one session scheduled. Okay. Price is going up to 97. My mentor said, my friend, my homegirl said, Sade, when you say that, you got to stick to it. You can't just keep bending the rules for people because they're going to think you're always going to do it. So, I got 2 cents. So, yes, we are going to raise the price after today. Okay. DM me the word so you can get the deal, and let's get the strategy session started. Okay. It comes with an accountability session, a follow up, and everything. So, have a great day, guys. Bye.